I'm Riley Winch here with MOTV Forecast as we track a major Hurricane Michael, and the impacts from this storm are expected to be catastrophic here. A 150-mile-per-hour Category 4 hurricane on the verge of a Category 5 status. So this is a very dangerous storm that you hopefully prepared for it and you did your best with that. But it is moving towards the north-northeast at 14 miles per hour, which will put landfall around 2 to 3 hours from now. And really, this storm is going to be one for the record books because the Florida Panhandle has never seen a Category 4 hurricane make landfall in its recorded history. So now let's take a look at our radar. As you can see, it's a very well-developed hurricane, and that purple shaded area is an extreme wind warning, which means winds of 115 mile per hour or sustained or greater are expected for that purple shaded area, which could be the equivalent to some tornado damage. Because if you think about it, 115 mile per hour winds roaring across this purple shaded area, that is call for disastrous impacts. I mean, damage is going to be catastrophic from this storm. And the storm surge is another thing that we are talking about. So if we want to take a look at our storm surge forecasts totals here, you could see we've upped our totals from 9 to 14 feet. Now that is over my head. In some places along that purple line, it will be double my height. And think about that water coming at you from the Gulf of Mexico. That is absolutely terrifying. And that is why I've been telling people you need to get out of there, because the storm is going to produce storm surge that is not survivable if you are on the coast. So that is why we really encourage people to get out of there and get to higher ground and safer places so they could hunker down and wait out this storm. Now we want to switch over here to our hurricane alerts. As you can see in this pink shaded area, we do have hurricane warnings in effect, and notice how they go all the way up into central Georgia. That is because this storm is so strong. When it makes landfall, it's going to take some time to weaken back down to a tropical storm, which is going to bring those sustained hurricane force winds up through Georgia. So this is going to be an inland wind maker as well. So just because you're not on the coast, don't think you're going to be spared from the impacts of Michael. Now let's head over here to a graphic that just shows you your time frame for the strongest winds of Michael. Panama City, already in that hurricane force wind gusts. And as we head throughout the day, those gusts, and they're going to be sustained even well above hurricane force into major hurricane status. That won't really be ending till around 9 p.m. tonight, but in Tallahassee, the worst of the storm should be coming around 3 p.m. today, and that will continue throughout the night with those hurricane force wind gusts. And the sustained winds are expected to be hurricane force as well. So now let's head over here to our power outage forecast. In this deep purple area from around Destin through Tallahassee, that's where the most widespread power outages are expected from this storm. And it's pretty obvious. You have a very strong hurricane moving through this area. Of course, the power is going to go out. And power outages are even expected throughout Michael's land trek until it heads out off the coast of the Carolinas. So that's why power outages are expected all the way from Florida all the way through the Carolina coast, because this hurricane is so strong. Those power outages are expected even that far inland just because of how strong the storm is. Now let's head over to a National Weather Service of Tallahassee alert from this morning. Notice they say this is your last chance to get out. The time to get out has already expired. Wherever you are, hunker down and hope for the best, because this storm, as said in this notice, there's been nothing in the databases that can compare to this storm that has made landfall on the Florida Panhandle, because there's never been a Category 4 hurricane on record to make landfall on the Florida Panhandle, and that's what this is. So the damage from this storm is expected to be catastrophic, unprecedented, unlike anything we've seen before. So this is a very dangerous storm, and hopefully the message has already gotten across to you if you are living there that this is a dangerous storm unlike anything that's ever hit in your area before. Now we do want to take a look at the impacts the storm has been giving the Florida coast already. And as you can see, this is a gas station canopy that has collapsed due to Hurricane Michael already. And the prime event of the storm is beginning, but the strongest winds have not gotten there yet. So we're going to see impacts much worse than this canopy falling, which is already pretty bad. But we also want to show you a downed tree in our next tweet here in East Point, Florida. This is right on the coast, so this is also an area that's going to be dealing with some storm surge. But as you can see, conditions were already downhill when this tree fell down, and the storm surge is going to make it a lot worse. And we actually do have a picture of that storm surge in our third tweet here. This is in Cape San Blas, Florida, and as you can see, a roadway is already being covered with storm surge from Hurricane Michael, and it is only going to get worse from here. These next few hours are going to be catastrophic for the Florida Peninsula, and it is a very dangerous situation on the coast there. So stay safe if you are in the path of Hurricane Michael as we head throughout the day, and I will see you here on MOTV4CAST next time. Signing off, it's Riley Winch.